Sometimes, we just want to clear our heads from the daily frustrations of life. What's a better and simple way to relax than taking a walk in the park, or even better, a simple walk in the woods? Especially for those who are adventurous, like to explore, and are fit. Yes, moving about the forest requires a good amount of energy. Nevertheless, connecting with nature has a way of refreshing us. A simple walk could easily turn into a treasure hunt. There's usually not much to see along the borders of the forest, but deep within the dark woods lies a load of treasure that is not usual to come by. Besides the numerous species of animals and plants and the exotic flora and fauna, here lies secrets and questions not many can answer nor comprehend. There's truly no telling what really awaits us in the woods. In these woods, you will find the good, the bad, and the ugly. But these same forests are without a doubt brimming with weird things. Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Forever Green. In this video, we explore 14 weird things people have encountered in forests. And you should stick around for number 1, as some of these are as weird as the reality. Some can be funny, creepy, and mysterious, but they're all plain weird. Number 14. Abandoned tunnels. Sometimes abandoned things are able to create their own stunning beauty. This particular abandoned train tunnel, for example, has its entrance filled with snow in the winter, making it quite attractive. But when you peep through the tunnel, it is mainly dark with loose stones. Would you be brave enough to walk through these tunnels? After all, it is said that there is light at the end of every tunnel. Or maybe not. I can hear this tunnel screaming, "Don't go in there!" But some of us won't listen. Deep in the woods of northern Germany, a couple found pipes that were peeping from the ground. These pipes led them to a tunnel that led them to a bunker. While in there, they found heavy metal doors lying on the floor, corridors that were flooded with water, medical gloves, and machinery that was too weird to be from this decade. So, what really happened here? We might never get to know, because after the couple shared the photographs, the authorities sealed the entrances leading to the bunker to prevent further exploration. So, we can only conclude that there must be secrets well hidden deep inside these tunnels. Number 13. Fascinating plants. Where nature exists unaltered, you are bound to find the most amazing things. Simple things such as beautiful mushrooms, not the kind you find at the grocery stores, but ones with vibrant colors. One adventurous individual was able to capture 2 orange mushrooms that seemed to be glowing in the natural light. How cute are these? Another hiker found a little purple mushroom. It's interesting the kind of things one can find in their natural environment. Keep in mind that some of these wild mushrooms are poisonous, so don't go picking and eating every wild thing you find. Number 12. Explosives. You might not expect that in this age and time you would find explosives just anyhow. But truth is that there are several live landmines and booby traps in the forest. Some are as a result of the wars that occurred in the said forests, and others due to unexplained events. If you don't believe me, a certain construction worker was going about his daily work in Arkansas when he came across what he thought was a cannonball, and decided to throw it at the back of his truck and took it home. After careful examination, the construction worker discovered that he had carried home a live landmine that dates back to the Civil War. He immediately called the police, who sent for the bomb squad and Air Force. Due to the high possibility of an explosion, the whole neighborhood had to be evacuated to safety. Thankfully, the explosive was safely removed and not a single person was hurt. You might not be as lucky as this man, so while you're in the woods, just don't go pocketing or carrying everything. And here's why. One man is said to have lost his fingers after he had inserted batteries in a camera that his friend had picked up. Yes, that is all he did, and the camera went kaboom. It was quite an unfortunate event. Number 11. Humorous signs and arts. While camping in the woods, there may not be so many things that can entertain you. As it is, the woods are quite scary and lonely. As a result, some adventurous individuals with a good sense of humor decide to leave artistic pieces behind for the next person to find and have a good laugh. One person made a skull out of a tree stump, with a few stones and sticks here and there. The skull was complete with eyes and a big mouth. What would be your reaction if you came across such wild deep into the woods? Let us know in the comment section below. Another tried to make illusion of a dinosaur skull by adding little stones to the big moss-covered rock. Some people refer to it as the T-Rex rock. It is quite interesting how one can be creative in the woods. Still, on hilarious signs, if you have ever watched Winnie the Pooh, then you are probably familiar with Pooh the bear.
Oh, help and bother.
Well, it all comes from eating too much.
It all comes from not having front doors big enough.
Her house is within a tree trunk, which she accesses through a small door at the bottom of the tree. Well, someone managed to recreate that by making a tiny door on a tree with a sign that reads, Pooh. Now, I don't know if this is meant to warn you of actual bears in the area, or someone was just trying to be funny and lighten your mood while you wander your way into the woods. I bet they succeeded in the latter. There is no doubt about that. Would you scream if an actual bear came out? Let us know in the comments section below. Before we move on to our next weird thing, leave us a like, smash that subscribe button, and turn on notifications and you'll win 10 years of incredible luck. Try it. It actually works. Number 10. Dead animals. Some of you might think, that's not weird at all. Well, as much as I agree with you, it is expected that you will find dead animals as you wander your way into the deep dark forest. But what if you were to find a pile of more than 250 animals, and not just one type of animal, but several different animals? Is that not weird? Well, this happened in Virginia, where people found dead deers, raccoons, rats, dogs, birds, and even foxes dumped in the woods. What is even more intriguing is that all of these animals had IV catchers, meaning they had been to the vets. That leaves us with only one answer to this mystery. Someone simply slept on their job. These dead animals were supposed to be cremated by a certain company, but instead, they were just dumped in the forest. I can't even imagine of any one reason as to why someone would decide to do that. It's disgusting, to say the least. In Georgia, a dog named Stucky was discovered in 1980. His name is owed to the fact that this poor old dog was found dead after he got stuck in a log. Surprisingly, his body did not decompose, but instead it was mummified. He must have been chasing a small animal when he got stuck. What is even more mind-blowing is that Stucky is said to have stayed in the log for about 20 years before he was found by loggers. He has since graced the Forest World Tree Museum in Georgia. Number 9. Lost items. One of the most difficult moments in the life of any human being is losing someone.
I can't. No. It hurts. Just make it stop.
The forests hold many untold stories, and thus it is not out of norm to find lost items in the forest, both recent and ancient. The wars that have happened in these forests have left behind uniforms, belts, and swords. In Epping Forest, located in England, a man found a vintage sword leaning against a tree. After all these years, it still looks good. Other people have found lost toys from dolls to boats, deep within the forest, miles away from any homestead. As a child, you would never imagine being separated from your toys. It was a nightmare. I can only imagine how sad these kids must have felt. Many others have lost their shoes. Things must have gone south for anyone to leave their shoes behind. I mean, how are you going to maneuver through the sharp stones, sticks, rocks, slopes, and thorns? Or when worst comes to worst, and you need to run for your dear life. But because nature has a way of taking back its place, you will find that some of these forgotten shoes begin to grow algae and molds, as well as moss, like this boot. Honestly, I think it looks good. Maybe better than the original. Another incident that warmed our hearts was when an adventurous man found old dog tags in the woods in a metal pile. What was the metal pile doing there? And what was this man looking for in the pile? Well, we might never get to know. Knowing how much dogs mean to man, he decided to go give the dog tags to their rightful owner. Unfortunately, the man had passed on back in 2010, but the tags were reunited with his wife of 60 years. These tags must have meant the world to her. Faith in humanity restored at last. Number 8. Your worst nightmare. Call it so because you would never expect your horrific fictional characters to appear in real life. After watching a bunch of horror movies and seeing the many posters of missing persons in the woods, or the number of people reported dead and their bodies found in the forest, you definitely would never view the forest as the safest place to be. And as a result, fear starts crippling in and hallucinations are triggered. Suddenly, our worst fears seem to be coming to life. When the shadows of those clustered trees join, they form images that could scare us to death. One man was hiking in the forest when he found a tree that looked like a monster seated and staring at him. I don't know about you, but I would definitely pee my pants before even discovering that it's just a tree and not an actual monster. In a different location, a group of friends were out in the foggy forest and decided to commemorate their experience by taking a photo. It is much later that they realized that at the background of their photo, there was something that looked like a man standing there, looking at them from afar. Creepy, right? Number 7. 18th century navigation? Sad, yet strangely heartwarming. This bicycle was found in the woods with the world map on the carrier. Seems like the owner was most probably headed home to show his son how they used to navigate. The old days Google Maps. However, despite the big plans, he had to leave the world behind. You got the joke? Wink. Number 6. Natural events. Nothing is more fulfilling than catching Mother Nature in the act. What I mean is, when you find nature just being nature, without any man-made interference. In the forest, you will constantly discover things that are as a result of events that happened in the past, but it is quite fascinating to watch those events happen live, right in front of your very own eyes. A man was enjoying his walk in the forest when he suddenly stumbled upon a ponderosa pine tree that had just been split by lightning. He was just in time to feast his eyes on this magnificent yet dangerous scene, since the pine tree could have spread fire to probably the entire forest. I know what you are thinking. Nobody in their right mind would wait to find out what would happen next, or even spend a minute taking a photo. Nobody wants to be gasping for air in an already dark, dense forest. The good news is that he was able to contact the Forest Service, who were able to prevent what would have been a tragic event. Number 5. Weird people. Forests are filled with all manner of weird things, but they are also filled with weird people. Oh yes, very weird people. In Switzerland, there is one mysterious man that sends shivers down the spines of many people, including the locals. This mystery man is over 6 feet tall and is always dressed in a glass mask, military outfits, and a cape. He was first seen over 10 years ago, and he allegedly takes the same path. Only one recent photo of him exists. Nope, it doesn't show his face. Nobody knows who he is or why he chooses to dress like that. So many theories have been made up in an attempt to answer this question. On the upside, those who have come near him say that he is not aggressive towards anyone. Number 4. Weird pools. Dates can happen anywhere, and for adventurous couples, it is usually out in the wild. What could be better than discovering the world together with the love of your life? Honestly, I can't think of anything else. For this man and his girlfriend, their time together seemed to have been going on well, and even got better when they stumbled upon a rainbow pool. I would never in my life imagine that there can be a rainbow pool. Look at that. All the rainbow colors are well represented. The trees and fallen leaves make it even more magnificent. This is quite breathtaking and is one experience they will never forget. That's for sure. Another man, this time by himself, found a pond that sinks every dry season. No, you're not tripping, and no, these are not two photos joined together. This photo was taken while the man was standing in the pool. The sunken pool had left black marks on the tree trunks that clearly show where the water reaches. Number 3. Burning torch. Almost all of us are familiar with the Statue of Liberty at Liberty Island, New York. The copper statue shows Lady Liberty holding a burning torch above her head with her right hand. One Reddit user by the name Hoy Carnage came across a stick that looks like the Paleolithic Olympic flame. What's even more astonishing is that the flame of the stick is still intact and looks lost in time. Well, I hope he didn't pass the torch to the next person. Isn't this amazing? What would you do if you came across such a masterpiece? Let us know in the comment section below. Number 2. Stairs. Whenever we see a flight of stairs, we expect it to lead us to an upper room or down the basement. It is normal to find a staircase in the woods. Some are meant to help you climb to a treehouse or just ease your way up a slope. But you would agree with me that it is absolutely weird to come across a staircase that leads to nowhere. In New Hampshire, there lies a staircase that leads to nowhere. From a distance, you wouldn't know that these stairs are remains of a building. They are said to be from Madame Sherry Castle, to be specific. It dates back to the early 1900s. Besides the foundation, the staircase is the only part that was left standing tall after the building caught fire. In a different location, a cold, concrete staircase was found in the woods. This one is by no means a remainder of any building. It was just built and left there. We can't help but wonder why it exists and what was running through the minds of those people who built it. If you ask me, it looks completely out of place. It's now time for today's subscriber pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber wondering about these alien-like bodies that appear to be in the middle of an out-of-this-world ritual. If you come across a mysterious photo online and want us to look into it, just send it over and we may even feature it on a future video. Now, we looked into this picture and are excited to reveal that indeed, many people have come across these bunch of aliens. Unfortunately, the truth is a lot less exciting. Before we reveal number 1, be sure to check out other amazing videos on our channel and give us a like if you enjoyed this video so far. Tell us in comments which one of these you like the most and why. Go ahead and like this video and comment down below. We want to see if you can balance the number of likes against the number of comments. And go!
Perfectly balanced, this whole thing should be.
And this takes us to our number 1, strange statues. You're probably asking yourself what exactly the statue is and where it came from. Well, located in the woods of Shirt, United Kingdom, lies the Sculpture Park. Among the diverse collection of sculptures, ranging from comedic to thought-provoking, as well as beautiful to bizarre, lies this alien-like structure. Heading to the park on purpose, one would definitely get to enjoy the wide display of sculptures in the park. However, I wouldn't say the same if one happens to stumble upon the sculptures unwillingly, especially on a rainy night, as some of them are too creepy to withstand. Creepy, right? And that's it for the 14 weird things people have encountered in the forests. Which of these things would you prefer never to run into? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, you should definitely check out our video on 15 most dangerous beaches in the world.